I was bored, so I came here to just do something. Not gonna talk really. Anyway, yeah, next song. Next bullshit. Just something I'm messing around with. No. That's messed up. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Stalking gang stalkers. Right on. Yeah, I've pretty much been stalking my gang stalkers. Yeah, because really, because I don't have nothing better to do. Yeah, but Just kind of bored anyway. So couldn't find anything really. I was watching something called about the Phoenix Lights on Pluto and got bored watching that, so I decided to come in here and make some noise. Well, anyway. And just sitting here making noise. Okay, that's done for now. So now that I've got that out of my system, earlier today I talked about ways that you can protect yourself from the gang stalkers. Like you just got there, the stalking gang stalkers. But you know that is a great name right there, because I mean that's what they're doing. They're stalking people. But the gist of it is, that's what the gist of it is. I didn't really come in here to talk about gang stalking this time. I came in here to just make a little bit of boring noises. Cashew peanuts, try them, they're good. They're not nuts though, they're legumes. I actually miss drawing on YouTube. But I don't miss it enough, I guess, to want to do it again. Like my stack of cans, yeah, collecting cans for to take to the recycler. Don't throw them away, of course. But well, I got from one person in there, and I got a like on it. That's interesting, because I wasn't really doing anything. I was just, I don't know, putting some notes together. Kind of tired, but worn out a little bit, maybe from that, just sitting here. But earlier this evening, I was talking about gang stalkers, and I'm sure they were talking about me, because whatever media platform they're using, should they be using one, to invite people in to watch and laugh at their targets as they're talking to you. But I just figured that since I wasn't doing anything else, I'd come in here and play my guitar a little bit. I wasn't intending on talking about gang stalking, but your name says stalking gang stalkers, and I guess I'm lit. So anyway, never mind. I would say that the more times the scenario is played over on you, that you get to be able to predict where they're gonna what they're gonna say next, because they say the same things over and over, and yet they tell people you're predictable. You might feel as though you're the main focus of their lives, but they don't have to be the main focus of your lives, which is kind of what they want. They want you to be there for them 24 hours a day, even like they've been stalking you 24/7, 365. And once you let them, they'll, kind of progress to what they call a different level. Always saying we're going to take it to a different level, but it's never a different level. It's always the same level. They'll say, "Oh, you beat us," or you won that one. There's no winning. This isn't a chess game or tiddlywinks. This isn't this is a mayhem shit that they're pulling on people in the world. This isn't a game. I don't know, I was watching somebody else's accounts of being gang stalked just a few minutes ago before I came in here. Well, not a few minutes, maybe an hour and a half ago, because I was watching a movie afterwards. But it's not just, I'm sure it's not just confined to to YouTube. I'm sure you could probably find other streaming platforms that they're using. It's they're, it's not gonna be any different probably on other platforms if they're, wherever you inhabit, whatever your preferred media outlet is if you're being stalked, they're gonna gang stalk you there. So barring that, as I'm sitting here talking to you, they're running their game on whatever the hell they're doing. And 99% of the time, what I would be saying to, say, my wife, or if I'm watching the television or watching a video on YouTube or just looking at a freaking meme, whatever thought is conveyed there, they'll play some stupid shit like that. That was what I just said, or what you would have just said, and manipulate the text or whatever. They'll have people. I'm just tired of mentioning who it is. It's just ridiculous, because I know who you people are, and it's not like you're trying to hide it from me. So why should I hide from you that I know who you are, that you're doing it to me? How idiotic. So the calling out aspect of, oh yeah, they all say they want to fight you and they want to do something to you, they want to hurt you, but if you call them out, they don't. They don't. So they're perfectly content with running their game and making you look like you're an imbecile, or whatever they want to, whatever perception of you they want to extrapolate to the public and define you in their little periscope that they're looking at you through. You don't have to be that person, and you don't have to accept their profiling of you, should I say. So my message is to this gang stalkers, right? The gang stalker community. The gang stalkers yourselves. You know who you are. You know, I don't have to tell you who you are. Because they're always telling TIs what we should do. Well, here's what the gang stalkers should do. Mind your own fucking business. That's what you should do. See, yeah, exactly. Because maybe if they would mind their own business a little more and get off other people's case and try and live their lives, they wouldn't be so freaking miserable all the time, because I know they're miserable. They're miserable because not because of the way they feel. I mean, they're miserable people. I don't mean as far as how they emotionally accept their mentality. I don't know, the mentality of like a schoolyard child bully that pushes people around because it makes them feel better, or is it because, yeah, anyway, kind of got into wasn't really a wild tangent, but because the people that I know are stalking me are doing criminal shit to do it. So what are you trying to make me look like? I'm your victim, and you're attacking me. So I'm not threatening you, but you're threatening me. So what's going on, gang stalkers? Is it fun for you? Is that what it is? You know. Oh, I got what kind of skill? Like but uh, I'm just trying to convey that, you know, if you're being targeted, you're important to them for some reason. Okay. Well, now, once you figure out what that reason is, you can act on it, like I've been trying to do. Um, because they have no compunction to give up their assault. So why should you give up your defense? I mean, specifically speaking, when you're being harassed and you just tell them to leave you alone, I'm just saying in general, as you tell someone to leave you alone, if they keep accosting you, that's illegal. So, you know, they don't care that it's illegal. That's what I'm getting at. I don't know. Maybe maybe if you avail them the same courtesy and find out who the hell they are and what they're about, and stick your nose up their ass, maybe they'll gain a new perspective on how they should act. Oh well, see, that's their game with me. They've been trying to make me move, tell me I have to move, and I'm like, shit. I've been here longer than you. I don't give a care. I don't even care, man. I don't even care. But yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm about to tear the walls down. He says, "Well, don't go that far. Just go get you a go to Google and get you RF detector, which will find bugs and cameras and whatever, if you have the money, that is. Well, should I say? But shouldn't you not? Should you not have the money? Maybe tearing the walls out isn't a bad idea. But if you think your house is bugged, but the technology I'm talking about that they use, there's no, they don't have equipment in your house. Hmm. Oh, it's about the smart meters. They put smart meters in here, and just here a couple days ago, the electric company with the manager came by and they changed the the reader, saying it was showing errors. But anyway, that's, I don't know if that's in any way connected to what you're getting at, but uh, I I mean, if if you have any idea about how far they're going to just, you know, continue their street theater, whatever whatever you want to call it, your your community harassment agenda, or wherever, if you have one in your neighborhood, which it's, I mean, if if you look at the generality of it and the overall geological aspects where it's everywhere, you might have one and you just don't know about it because you're not targeted yet. And if you were part of the targeters, you're definitely not going to talk about it. You live in, yeah. Mason owned, yeah. Now you're getting into another whole can of worms. But the word worms kind of fits. Um, but are you experiencing the V2K? Do you know what V2K is? Basically, what I'm saying is that, are they auditorially attacking you? Listening to everything you think or say, or everybody around you says, or what you read? See, that's just that part is part of the neural monitoring, being able to like right now, I'm telling you, they're looking at your text that you're texting in the chat room. They know about it. They know it. They're talking about it right now. And right now, he just says, that son of a bitch. You know, they're animals. If you're being targeted, you're being targeted by animals. These people aren't. They're not human anymore. They're not human. They're not, empathetic people. Not ethical. Not to be trusted in a general principality sense. Well, stronger light worms with the TB test, huh? Yeah, it's a rare worm, right? Well, just be safe from COVID, dude. I mean, that's all I can say. Well, uh, as they harass me, I've came off with, just get COVID, you jackass. I mean, just leave me alone, get COVID. But I mean, when all they're saying to me 24/7, 365 is that they want to help me die or die fool or whatever. Why shouldn't I wish that maybe the same fate should befall them for starting it? I'm always hearing from them. Yeah, I'm always hearing from them how I'm effing them over. Well, I'm effing you over by talking about what you're doing to me. That's what I'm doing. I'm effing you over for targeting me and gang stalking me. That's how I'm effing you over. When they go so far as to try and impersonate you and take over your life like it's theirs and expect you not to want to kick the hell out of them, they're crazy. They're crazy. That's just crazy talk. And every day I hear from my I guess you call them your gang stalker fan club. How well, trying to think of what to call them. I forgot what I was going to say. Thinking maybe they want to take over your life, like I was saying. I kind of got it back here. Um, I mean, I have artwork that I've penciled and inked, hanging on in my bedroom here that I'd drawn on YouTube, and whichever one of them is saying it at the time is trying to uh, claim that you know it's not. I've never drawn anything, and I don't draw. I never did draw. Blah blah blah. It's not my art, not my ideas, not this. My music isn't. They pull that crap on you like every. They pulling it on me anyway. But some stupid crap like, oh, your wife's not yours, never was, never will be, blah blah blah. Um, Claiming that's my wife or that's I'm you. He's always trying, the one always talking, whoever's, well, the ones always talking when they use whoever they're they're posing as their mouthpiece and modulate whoever's voice or appearance that is supposed to be their mouthpiece. And like I said, I have one case where always saying, "Oh, this is your mother speaking." Like I've already said, my mother's been dead for quite a long time. Saying that you're my mother makes you like the sickest person I've ever met. You know who I'm talking to. And saying you're my dead brother, that's another thing. My dead brother, my dead sister, even my living relatives, saying you're my living relatives is just utter disgusting to me. Wow. I'm reading what you've been saying now. Hold on. What one is in chat right now? Please speak. What do you mean by that? Oh, you're saying they're tracking? Yeah, yeah, yeah. They can detect when you're whatever like you're saying that they can use to track you what utilities you're using for what. That's how they catch pot growers and people like that. Oh, a gang stalker is watching right now. Well, yeah, I know that. I know that. I know that. They're always watching. When I turn this computer off, they're still going to be watching, but just not on this computer. How close are you? Well, you said you're in Kentucky. To the truth about what? The truth about what? All that you said about what? About the stuff in the chat? Well, uh, for your case, I don't know. I don't know. Do you have? Are you sure you have bugs in your walls? I mean, are you sure you're being gang stalked? I mean, it's easy to tell anymore the way they're doing it. Well, see, then you know. Yeah, I'm sure of it too, and I'm like I said, I know who a fair share of them are that are doing it for my personal targeting. I want to say. I mean, I didn't file police reports for no reason. I mean, I'm not gonna try and accuse the general populace. I have actual people. I'm not talking about just random people on the street. I mean, the Secret Service is the grandmaster of everything, though, huh? Stalking gang stalker says. It's so obvious. SS Waffen. You know, in my personal scenario, they try to say stuff about other ethnicities. I'm not going to say the R word, or the, the word, right? You know, the word that people don't like to hear. They like to convey to me how they hate people of color, different sexual orientation, or for that matter, just even if you're a political activist type character. That's the word. Yeah, you hit the word. You hit the word. But anyhow, do you happen to know who the people are stalking you? I mean, I myself, I have a little proof as to who I'm being stalked by. I mean, um, I don't know how recordings of their voice on this RCA tablet I have, of them screaming in the background saying they're going to murder me, my wife, F you this, F you that, I'm a mother, father, all that good stuff. And that's basically why it sits there, because I'm just going to leave it sitting there. So in the off position until I need it. Should I ever need it. So that way they can't use Wi-Fi on it. And I posted one recording on my Facebook, right? I posted it. And then I tried to reshare it, and listening to it, the stuff that was on it originally had been altered. And then I shared it again, and it was done the same way. It was altered again. And there's more than one voice on it. Actually, a few voices that I know, I recognize. Oh, they know what they're working for. They there's no way this could be as organized as it is without having, a concrete goal at the end. They want they want you on the wall. That's what they want, for whatever reason. I know what my reason is. I know why they've been stalking me, and they know I know it. That's why I'm sitting here playing my guitar. Otherwise, I'd probably be sitting here drawing. I'm blinking like this because I know it messes with their heads, because they have a part of their game where they're using blinking as part of the game. I think people know about the blinking. Gang stalkers says some of these agents really think they're going to make it in the 1%. Well, see, that's the funny part. I when when you say that, because they've, as a targeted individual, they conveyed to me that, oh, we want you to join us. I'm like, it's not going to happen. I'd rather live in a pine box in the dirt. To get me. And I think the main reason why they did want me to join, I mean, these people will offer you anything, just really ridiculous stuff that there's no way that they could ever make it happen, or and if the event that you did agree, they're never going to give you anything in the first place. But as far as the way it's been happening with me, they're like, oh, he can see everything I'm showing, and everything that I'm talking about. That's not even true, because no, it isn't true, because you might be thinking that whatever image or portrayal might be hinted to might be something totally different. Like, might be talking about a cup of tea, and they're talking about something entirely different. And they like to say, oh, did he do it? He did it, or is he doing that, or is he responsible for this? And any random thing you say will be used against you with these sick assholes. Pardon my French. Pretty much. So your actual thought process, or the words that actually come out of your mouth, should your mouth be moving at the time, because it just depends on when they're communicating through V2K with you, which is synthetic telepathy. You can type that in Google, and you can look it up for yourself. Yeah, and they just but they've tried to manipulate everything. I mean, they're trying to manipulate everything. Like I said before, I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't halfway responsible for the insurrection we just experienced. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is what caused by acid demons. No, this isn't demons. It's not demons. It's people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. V2K is is not demons. It's a technology that people are using to harass and torture other people with. And there's a lot of people that are doing it too. Not just me, not just you. Oh, sorry, my dog just said he wants out. If you heard that, out. Ouch. He needed to go outside, so he said out. But yeah, or V2S, yeah. Voice to skull. It's voice to skull technology. It's wireless. Um, Elon Musk is doing a thing with the implants, but that has to do with medical purposes, medical applications, and they're keeping that in the light because they, you know, in my opinion, they don't want people to know that it's already wireless and you don't need no damn implants. They can just pick you out of a crowd and focus you without any implants. I just said that there's no need for implants. You can look it up for yourself. There's no need for implants with V2K. Once they have the resonance acuity of your thought processes, it's basically like a line of code or algorithm that they can basically see you wherever they are. No need for an implant. They'll tell people you have cameras in your eyes. You see fucking cameras in my eyes. You see some earbuds. I'm not wearing no fucking earbuds. Come on, brother. Come on. But so should you be a kid, like you said, like you said, I just said the F word, but this isn't for kids. I did stipulate on this chat, this program, that it was not for kids, but that's not my responsibility. Yeah, well, in the event that somebody does say that, like you just did, but anyway, not going to be baited. Thank you very much. But when, like just now, like he just now threatened he's going to kill this MFer, which means me. Do I look like I'm afraid? I'm way beyond being afraid of these people. If you want to use that term loosely. He didn't like that. Yeah, it gets, when I say something that they don't like, it gets really noisy here in the neighborhood. If you've experienced that as a TI, that lots of things will happen. Banging, helicopters will all of a sudden show up. People using fireworks. Dogs will start barking like crazy. Yeah. Well, that probably does piss them off when you say that you're at peace. It probably does. Since their general consensus that they're going by that they want to happen is that you're always angry, feeling lonely, feeling low, feeling like you're being persecuted against. I don't worry about your persecution. I just consider the source. I mean, every time they have threatened me, I'm like, well, let's see, you as my stalker know where I live. You know I'm sitting here. There's my gate right there. You know, where you at? You keep searching crazy things to keep it going too. Well, like, what are you searching? Are you searching ways to protect yourself from their surveillance, or are you searching for the surveillance they're using to do it to you with? I myself, I have been researching equipment that you can purchase to actually be a disgusting gang stalker or be a TI and protect yourself from the disgusting gang stalkers. Like I've mentioned before, Q-Wave, I'm going to get one. Probably going to get one sooner than I thought, now that I'm probably going to have a little money come to me this month. I'm gonna buy me a box and I'm going to set it right there. It's going to say Q-Wave on it. And I might even get some other stuff that I saw that's cheap. These things are not, they're relatively cheap. I was looking at LiDAR, a cheap LiDAR system that it's basically like a radar, but it's like a motion detected machine, but it will create a 3D map. So, they use them on cars, self-driving cars. That's what they're going to try and do. That's what they're trying to do. But you can get one for $40, and it will extend 40 feet. That's what it says. And generally map your area so you'll know if, someone is stalking around your part of the property. And Also, I was going to try and research what other applications it could be used for in your protection against the bandwidth or frequencies that they're using in the megahertz range to run their microwave technology and whatever they're doing on the cell phone networks, whatever. Also researched something. It's called it says tortureware, and if you look at the GUI, the things that it says are the things that it does, like force sleep, force wake, a bunch of things that victims of gang stalkers experience. Now, whether that was a previous version of the software or whatever it is, because that is just a download of some software talking like it's a game, but the stuff that it's doing isn't a game. So it leads me to believe that they're using the idea that it's just a game to proliferate the technology and keep it hidden in plain sight. But the main problem with it is the manipulation aspect. Let's say you're walking down the street and some random person, that sounds like they said something, they said your name or whatever. That's the gang stalkers using their technology to make you feel like everybody is involved in it with them. So there's a general group that are the ones that are, this is just my speculation, that they're assigned to your stalking, or even a larger group. I'm not certain, but the longer they go, the more people they snow and they recruit to their disdain for you, regardless if you knew that person or ever gonna see that person or those people. And generally it was the people that started it in the first place, but have created the circle to a degree of people that is just uncalculable by by regular mathematical standards. Because if one believes what they're saying about you, then they tell another person and that person believes, and they can lie about you about anything because that's what they're doing. I mean, even if you didn't do anything to warrant the targeting of these criminals, regardless of what you might be doing at the time, they're going to make it look like whatever you're doing at the time is something horrible, like sitting here talking to you about it. because in the ear, even right now, they're using the V2K saying that, you're screwing us over by talking about this. Well, yeah, that's the idea. That's the general idea that I have here by talking about it, about what gang stalkers are doing to the general public. And should this part with, like you were talking about how police, whatever, some of them might, even be a part of it. That's a worse thought. That's a worse thought than just it being, random people on the street. But what else do you say? I'm just trying to, trying to give you a little insight into what's going on with it. I mean, there's a lot of people talking about it, and there's more people every day, it seems like. So it isn't just confined to me or you, like they'll tell you. And if it is, that's bizarre in itself. That they'll try to make you feel like you're the only one that this has ever been done to, when in fact it's been going on for quite a while. Before I even noticed I was being stalked like this. But some of the others that I've seen that have testimonies to how they're being harassed and stalked, like I said, have the similar type experiences with it. I normally don't sit here without my glasses on, but I took them off because the geniuses have been saying, "Oh, he's got cameras in his glasses," or that he's wearing an Oculus or something. Yeah, like you're driving around town with an Oculus on your freaking head, right? It's kind of like I've said before, like Schrodinger's cat, the gang stalking community. Is it alive or is it dead until you look at it? Or is it both? In other words, it's there, but just even though you can't see inside the box. But as far as the workings of it, you have to speculate until you have proof. Yeah, you have to be calculated. Yeah, because just face it, if you're being a targeted person that is being followed and people around you may be being manipulated, like the Adjustment Bureau type scenario with the movie Adjustment Bureau, where they're a shadow community, which is what they are, trying to affect everyday reality. Now, it doesn't make them super hackers or super spies. It's they've been privy to a technology that allows them to do things that people shouldn't be doing. And that and if they were supposed to be doing it, wouldn't everybody just be doing it? And wouldn't it would be mainstream and it would be talked about? I mean, I've seen a couple news programs about the electronic harassment, which is what it is: organized gang stalking, electronic harassment. There's a lot of theories as to who's behind it and who, um, but anyhow, considering what has been perpetrated against me on a personal level, yeah, on a personal level, the people that I know are involved in it accosted me. I didn't accost them. Um, they wanted something from me. I didn't ask for anything from them. Um, in short, they want to take what you have and leave you with nothing. It's always the mentality of, you know, take everything, leave nothing. That was for like the first year. That was the spiel that they played over and over. And it's always, oh, you move. They want me to move. I'm like, I ain't moving. You ain't making me move. So classically, long story short, you will have to learn how to live with it. Every day there's a new lie or an extrapolation of another lie or a totally different bizarre scenario that has nothing to do with a damn thing about you. Let's just say, like, I'm watching a television program, movies, and a movie. And as I'm watching it, they're talking about me saying it's me doing this, me doing that, me doing this, me doing that, that I'm the one doing it. So in retrospect, the general barter system where there's a give and take, right? You can't give them anything. There's no giving, and there's no giving in these people. There's no giving. There, should they provide anything, it's to further their agenda. Now, as far as your communication devices, such as this PC, my cell phone, your television, they can use your television, your smart television. There's an article by the FBI talking about how over the antenna or cable they can access your smart television. It's a computer, so of course they can hack it and use the microphone or camera to surveil you. There's an article from the FBI on it, and that article is over a decade old. Basically about when smart TVs came out. So let's say your refrigerator. The compressor on your refrigerator is an oscillating device. It can be manipulated to make sound and to mimic speech. These are scientific terms on, that they can use it for. You can pretty much make a microphone out of any circuit, any kind of circuit, in your microwave, and in anything that has a circuit, you can pretty much make a microphone or a speaker. But with the refrigerators, should you have a smart refrigerator, well, that thing's going to be connected to Wi-Fi. It's not like your refrigerator is going to go anywhere, or whatever. But they're connected to Wi-Fi. Well, they'll use your Wi-Fi. They can get into your Wi-Fi and piggyback off your Wi-Fi and use your tower, like I've got right here from Spectrum, that has microphone, a camera, and you can go right into your own settings and find the microphone and camera yourself in your tower, the little tower you'll get, or whatever. Now, there's another aspect. Alexa's watching us. They can use Alexa to watch you. Siri knows where you're going, knows how you're going to get there. You even ask it. But those are tools designed to help you. Well, but when they're stalking you and using these devices without your consent to your release of data, that's cybercrime right there. So the problem is they're using 12 to 14 different access points to get to you through your email, through your social media, through your purchasing of goods through whatever store you buy. Every time you go online, that they're all tracking you, but that's mundane tracking, you would say. Well, it may be mundane, but when, let's say, there's a security breach, like a Google security breach, those people have acquired all of your data, and now they can use it in a clandestine fashion to, stalk you. That has nothing to do with neural monitoring or V2K. That's just the cyber attacks, and they're doing all of it. I mean, I had to reformat this computer because it had set for a year from being hacked by my stalkers. There's no reason why it wouldn't have been. I mean, it wouldn't. I couldn't even get it to do anything. I had to. I don't remember exactly how I had to do it, but I had to force it to let me reformat it. So, but should say a clandestine organized stalking community stalker whatever group get your information. There's not a lot you can do about it after they've already got it, short of changing all that. Well, I've said before how my Google accounts had got the passwords had been compromised and was in a Google breach. I've said how you can possibly protect yourself. I'm thinking it's protected me because I'm still sitting here online right now. I have been able to recover my Facebook account and keep them out of it, and at least I think I have. Now, maybe they don't do anything because they know I think I have. I don't know. But as far as my Gmail, my Google Play, they'd changed all the passwords in that. Didn't change them. I changed them, but they got access to them, and through the breach or whatever. So I had someone logging into my Facebook, so I knew they had my passwords. I had someone logging into my Google Play so I knew they had my password. Like I said about with the Facebook that I created, not to be used for my passed on brother that they got a hold of. Yeah. Long story short, there's no links they won't go to. Once they've targeted you, they're going to try and pull out all the stops. But I don't know why. Like you're, some kind of celebrity now. That's the way you got to look at it. You're a celebrity now because they're stalking you. All right, man. Have a good night. But I believe since he's leaving, I'll probably knock off myself. So See ya.